Hello and welcome to your MES lesson. I'm Natalie. Today you're going to learn the what, the how and the when of asking future with what questions. Let's start with what. What are future with what questions used for? They are used to ask about information in the future. What comes at the beginning of the question? Going to is used to ask about future plans and predictions. Will is most commonly used to ask about decisions. You can emphasize the future tense by using time references. For example, what are you going to do tomorrow? The day after tomorrow? Tomorrow night? Remember, it is possible to use the informal of going to, gonna. Good. Now let's learn how. How do you use future with what questions? First, know how to conjugate what plus be going to and will. Let's start with be plus going to. If you want to ask about yourself, please repeat, what am I going to? If you want to ask about me, what are you going to? If you want to ask about Ewan, what is Ewan going to? If you want to ask about Andrea, what is Andrea going to? If you want to ask about us, what are we going to? If you want to ask about them, what are they going to? Great. Now let's practice with will. If you want to ask about yourself, please repeat, what will I? If you want to ask about me, what will you? If you want to ask about Ewan, what will Ewan? If you want to ask about Andrea, what will Andrea? If you want to ask about us, what will we? If you want to ask about them, what will they? Excellent. It's very important to memorize these conjugations fluently before you start practicing video B. Next, know your verbs and really study your vocabulary. For example, what are you going to? Delegate, disclose, acknowledge. Finally, to build a more specific question, you can use a time reference. For example, what are you going to resolve to do today? Or a prepositional phrase, for example, what will you resolve to do in the future? So finally, when do you use future with what questions? You use them to ask about information for future plans or decisions during conversation. Excellent. Now let's review. First, what are future with what question used for? They are used for asking about information in future plans or decisions. Second, how do you use future with what questions? You use them by knowing the conjugation of be plus going to and will and building a more specific question with the vocabulary, time references and prepositional phrases. Third, when do you use future with what questions? You use them to learn more about information in future plans and decisions during conversation. Well done. Let's move on to video B to really practice making a variety of your own questions. Remember to keep on reviewing your vocabulary. I'm Natalie and I look forward to seeing you soon.